Why Otto Hightower betrayed Rhaenyra Targaryen by crowning Aegon II. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most shocking betrayals in House of the Dragon. Why Otto Hightower, Hand of the King, betrayed Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen by crowning her younger half-brother, Aegon II, instead of honoring her claim to the Iron Throne. This act of political treachery changed the course of Westeros history, setting off the brutal conflict known as the Dance of the Dragons. In this video, we'll break down Otto's motivations, the political pressures he faced, and the consequences of his betrayal for Rhaenyra, the Targaryen family, and the realm. Otto Hightower's position and influence. To understand the betrayal, we first need to examine Otto Hightower's role in King's Landing. As Hand of the King to Viserys I, Otto wielded immense influence over the realm. He was both a trusted advisor and a political strategist, responsible for maintaining stability, managing court politics, and advising the king on matters of succession. Otto was a master of manipulation and foresight, with an unyielding commitment to what he believed was the best path for the realm. His allegiance to the Greens, the faction supporting Aegon II, was rooted in both ideology and familial loyalty, particularly to his daughter, Alicent Hightower. By supporting Aegon, Otto aimed to secure her future as queen and ensure the Hightower family remained at the center of power. A threat to Otto and the Greens. Rhaenyra Targaryen was named heir by her father, King Viserys I, and her claim was legally sound. However, as a woman in Westeros, her position was inherently precarious. Many lords and courtiers questioned whether a female ruler could maintain control over the kingdom and the loyalty of the lords. To Otto, Rhaenyra's succession was a potential threat. Her ascension would diminish his influence at court and weaken the Hightower faction's power. While Rhaenyra was intelligent, politically savvy, and determined, Otto viewed her as a destabilizing force who could disrupt the established order and undermine his family's authority. Crowning Aegon II, on the other hand, would ensure that the Greens retained power and that Alicent's position as queen would be secured. Otto's personal motivations and ambition. Otto's betrayal was not solely about loyalty to the crown. It was deeply intertwined with personal ambition. Otto was a man who valued legacy, control, and influence above all else. Supporting Aegon II allowed him to shape the kingdom from behind the throne, guiding a young king whose decisions would be influenced by his council. By contrast, Rhaenyra's independent nature made her a challenging figure to control. Otto's own vision for the realm involved a king he could mentor and a faction he could dominate. Crowning Aegon II was the perfect way to achieve that goal. From Otto's perspective, it was not betrayal, but strategic foresight, ensuring both the survival of his family's influence and the perceived stability of the kingdom. The political climate leading to the betrayal. The political climate in Westeros at the time of Viserys I's death was tense and uncertain. The succession was highly contested, with factions forming around both Rhaenyra and Aegon II. The Greens, led by Otto Hightower and Alicent, were determined to preempt any challenge from Rhaenyra by moving decisively. Lords and knights aligned with the Greens exerted pressure on Otto to act swiftly. Delaying the coronation or allowing Rhaenyra to claim the throne could provoke instability, rebellion, or even civil war. Otto believed that a rapid, decisive coronation of Aegon II would prevent a power vacuum and demonstrate the strength and legitimacy of the Greens faction. The coronation, Otto's calculated move. Otto's betrayal came to fruition in a calculated and dramatic moment. The coronation of Aegon II. By orchestrating the ceremony, Otto ensured that Rhaenyra's legal claim was effectively overridden. Every aspect of the coronation, from the timing to the public announcements, was designed to cement Aegon's legitimacy and assert the authority of the Greens. From a strategic standpoint, Otto acted with precision. He positioned Aegon as the rightful ruler, leveraging both tradition and public perception to justify the move. To the realm, the coronation projected unity and decisiveness, masking the internal conflict that would soon erupt. To Rhaenyra, however, It was an unmistakable betrayal by a man who had once been a trusted advisor to her father and a stabilizing presence at court. Rhaenyra's perspective: shock and betrayal. For Rhaenyra, Otto's actions were deeply personal. She had grown up trusting him as an advisor to her father and as a mediator in courtly politics. Otto's betrayal represented not only a political affront, but also a personal violation of trust. The sense of betrayal was amplified by the timing and secrecy of the coronation. Rhaenyra expected the court to honor her claim, and Otto's maneuver not only undermined her authority, but also publicly humiliated her. In a world where reputation and perception were everything, this act left her vulnerable and politically isolated, fueling the anger and determination that would later define her role in the Dance of the Dragons. The role of Otto Hightower. Otto's betrayal cannot be understood without considering his daughter, Otto Hightower. As the mother of Aegon II, she had her own ambitions and desires for influence. Otto's actions were motivated in part by the desire to see her ascend to the role of queen, securing her position and the power of House Hightower. By crowning Aegon, Otto ensured that Alicent would become the queen consort of Westeros, granting the Hightowers unmatched influence at court. This intertwining of personal, familial, and political interests underscores the complexity of Otto's motivations. What appears as betrayal to Rhaenyra was, in Otto's mind, an act of calculated loyalty to his family. The strategic logic behind the betrayal. While morally questionable, Otto's decision can be understood through the lens of strategic logic. Crowning Aegon II was a preemptive move to secure the succession, consolidate the Greens faction, and prevent Rhaenyra from consolidating power. Otto anticipated that any delay or compromise could embolden the Blacks and destabilize the kingdom. By acting decisively, Otto sought to control the narrative, shape public perception, and solidify the authority of a king he could influence. From his perspective, it was a necessary, pragmatic step to ensure the survival of the realm, or at least the Hightower faction, regardless of the personal or ethical implications. The immediate fallout from Otto's betrayal was dramatic. Rhaenyra's supporters were outraged, interpreting the coronation as a direct challenge to her legitimacy. The Blacks began mobilizing, alliances were tested, and the Targaryen court was thrown into turmoil. Otto's betrayal also deepened the personal conflict between the factions. It was no longer merely a political dispute. It became a matter of personal vengeance, honor, and familial loyalty. The seeds of the Dance of the Dragons were sown, with Otto's actions serving as the spark that ignited a devastating civil war. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Otto Hightower's betrayal and its impact on Rhaenyra, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more in-depth House of the Dragon analysis, character breakdowns, and Westerosi lore explorations.